Franco Sorsini, La Casaca Boxing Club, Argentina, with Bob Aru, Master of Promoters. Bob, how do you see the fight between Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos?
It's a very, very good fight. De Santos is a very underrated fighter. He's very powerful. Shakur is a tremendous technician, so it should be a very interesting fight.
Is this fight defining by KO?
I don't know. Shakur doesn't win his fights by KO. He wins it by outpointing his opponent. De Santos is a KO guy, so but I would think that the fight probably goes the distance.
How do you think has the mass power in the division?
Well, I think the division is loaded with a lot of very, very talented fighters. The lightweight division historically in boxing has had very, very good competition, and in this era, it's the same.
Is Shakur Stevenson the most technical in division?
Well, you also have Lomachenko, who's very, very technical.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's a lot of great fighters and a lot of interesting matches that can be made at 135.
Who next from Lomachenko?
Well, I think we're talking about Kambosos, the
Kambosos.
Australian, fight in Australia. So we'll see.
IBF vacant?
I think so, yes. I think that's the plan. But we'll have an announcement shortly. It'll be next year.
What is the biggest fight in lightweight division?
Oh, there's so many big ones. I mean, there's if Stevenson is successful on Thursday night, him against Lomachenko, or him against Haney, if Haney comes back to 135. They're all good fights. 135, 140, so many good fighters.
In the future, is possible Shakur Stevenson versus Lomachenko?
Yes, that's the fight that I know Shakur wants. I think Lomachenko would rather first fight Kambosos, and if he wins, do a unification match.
Whoa. Who is the best pound for pound now?
The guy I like best pound for pound is the Japanese kid, the monster Inoue. He's looking to win 4 belts at 122, and I just think that he is a tremendous, tremendous talent. There are a lot of good talents in boxing, like Shakur, like Terence Crawford, but I think if I had to pick anybody, I would pick Inoue.
Wow. And Haney versus Progress. Who win and how?
Well, that's a tough fight. It's a good fight. Progress probably hits harder, but Haney is a very, very good boxer. It's a hard fight to pick.
Can Canelo sit at the same table? Chavez, Pugas Olivares, Salvador Sanchez, Finito Lopez.
Oh, obviously Canelo is the premier Hispanic, premier Mexican fighter of our time now. So sure, he would sit at the same table as those greats from yesteryear.
Oh, okay. Fury versus Ngannou, Bob. Who won?
Oh, Fury won the fight. I was there. Fury won 7 rounds, in my opinion. But Ngannou, for his first professional prize fight, did a very good job, and he'll be a force to reckon with in the heavyweight division.
Fury work only a jab with Ngannou.
He what?
Fury work in this fight only jab.
Right, only with his jab, yes. Now, why that was, I'm not sure, but I don't think he trained the way he would for a better-known opponent. That's what I think. He said he trained, but, there's fighters train, and then they really train. And I don't think he really trained for Ngannou.
Can Benavides, Bob, lose to Andrade?
Yeah, sure, anybody. You know, they're two good fighters. If I had to bet on the fight, I would certainly bet for Benavidez. I think Benavidez is better than Andrade, but Andrade is very difficult and will give him a good fight.
Andrade win to decision for Benavidez.
If he wins, he'll win by decision, but I really think that Benavidez wins that fight. If you ask me who I favor, I think Benavidez is a really tremendous talent.
BIVOL versus BETERBIEV. Is that fight possible next year?
Yes, definitely. We're looking, well, both of them will have fights before then. BETERBIEV, who we promote, will have a fight in Quebec in the middle of January. And if he wins that fight, yes, we would look forward to doing BETERBIEV and BIVOL maybe in Saudi Arabia.
Is Navarrete the best Mexican fighter in present?
Well, there's Canelo, you know, so how can you say? But Navarrete is one of the best fighters that I've seen. His action all the time.
In the future, can Navarrete get into the Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. Navarrete has had a tremendous body of work. You know, he has a very unusual style, but it's very crowd-pleasing, and definitely he will be in the Hall of Fame.
Can Navarrete win to Conceição by KO?
Conceição is a very good fighter. He won, you know, you got to be very good to win an Olympic gold medal. Conceição is a superb boxer, and it'll be a very tough fight for Navarrete.
And the last question, Bob, what was Carlos Monzon for a boxing?
Carlos Monzon was great. I was honored to have promoted a number of his fights, both fights that he had with Rodrigo Valdez. He was a great joy to be around, but more than that, he was just a tremendous competitor. So I have fond memories of the great Carlos Monzon.
Of the Puerto Rican prospects, who is better, Sander Zayas or Edgar Berlanga?
Oh, I think Zayas is better. Berlanga is a very good fighter as well, but I think Sander is going to be special.
Thank you for your time, Bob.